Stuart Matola, men's relationship coach. I hope you're having a great day. I want to talk today about something that I hear often from clients, and it's she's always freaking out. What can I do? She's always freaking out. What can I do? And I'm going to give you a tool that you can implement immediately that's going to totally stop this dynamic in its tracks and reconfigure what actually happens so that you don't feel like you're at the mercy of her freak out. And so the way that this came up recently was with a client by the name of Tim, and he said to me something that was really just stopped me in my tracks. He said, I can't be me without her freaking out on me. And so I said, Tim, wait a minute. That's a big statement. Let's break that down. So then he launched into something that happened recently between him and his wife, where she'd been under a lot of stress lately because she'd been caretaking her mother who was sick. And she came home and, it was like interacting with cactus. She was so prickly. He couldn't do anything. He felt like he was walking on eggshells with her. And he was doing his best at the same time to take the load off of her with the kids. So he had this idea and he approached her about it and he said, listen, you've been under a lot of stress lately. I know you've been needing a lot of time to, just to refuel because of the demands with your mom. And so I thought I'd take the kids away this weekend and you could really have some time for yourself, and you've been asking for that. And so here he comes with these really good intentions. He's been trying to listen to her, what she needs, and bam, she freaks out and she says, what are you talking about? What, you're going to take the kids away and you're going to leave me all alone? You're so inconsiderate. You don't even consult with me. You don't ask me. And he's thinking to himself, well, what do you think I'm doing? I'm trying to ask you. I'm talking to you about this right now. And so he's like this recipient of her freak out. And he's feeling like, damn, I can't do anything right with this woman. And I see this a lot with a lot of guys, and it's a super challenging place. Now, the tool that I implemented with Tim is one that I want to give you right now. And it reconfigures that dynamic where you feel like you have to fix her freak out. Because I know a lot of guys are in relationship with their partners in a dynamic where, if I can only get some peace. If she only won't freak out. That's a very disempowered place to be in. So I want to put you into a more empowered place. And I did this with Tim, and it was very effective to change this dynamic where he feel like he had to be the recipient of his wife's freakouts. And so it relies on this real quick. To be in a position to first ask her to pause and say, hey, hon, you're telling me what I'm doing wrong and who I'm not, and what's going to help me stay connected to you is tell me what you want. So in that moment, instead of getting blasted with her complaints and a lot of emotion, you're asking her for her ask. What is it you want of me? So it's a real direct way so that you don't feel like you're just having to take on everything that's wrong with you. Because let's face it, nobody can be in relationship in a fruitful way when they're feeling that coming at them. And so he did this. And so what his wife said was, well, what I want to ask of you is to not completely disappear this weekend. I feel like it's helpful for me to have you guys around. I know I'm not, the most pleasant to be around, but I don't want you guys to fully disappear this weekend. And I appreciate you asking me what I want. I feel like you're considering me. So there are moments, and I want to be clear, in that moment, Tim gets to see and not just say, okay, I'll fulfill your ask. He gets to go within himself and say, okay, can I do that? Does that work for me? And in that moment, he realized there was a selfish part of him that just wanted to get the hell out of the house because she's been so tough to be around. So he doesn't hide from that part. So he says to her, I think we can be around, and I hear what you're saying, and I want to be around for you, but I also want you to be open to what I want. And I would like to take the kids away because I feel like I need a break too. It's been really challenging for me to be in the house with you. And so what ultimately happened, and I know this is a tough spot where you're just like, she's going to freak out again. But in this situation, Tim was able to meet partway. And so what he ultimately ended up doing was taking the kids out of town for a night and a day, and then he was home on the second day with his wife. And so, again, he didn't put himself, and he continued to track himself when he was putting himself in that position to be like the person who puts out her fires. And this was so empowering for him to not feel like he was at the mercy of her freakouts, and instead he could go directly into what she was really wanting. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I want to mention my Tuesday 9 a.m. Men's Relationship Tools call, which is a place where you can try out this tip and then come and debrief and talk about how it went. And we can give you input on your exact customized situation. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to the lower right there. I appreciate you checking it out, and have a great day. Bye.